Okay, this is November 15th, 2022, and we're going to talk today about the gutting of this trailer and why we did what we did and how we got there. I'm Ben, this is Corey. We're doing all the work so far and want to just talk about a little bit, why are we doing this? So it's a single wide manufactured home. They're not built to be particularly robust structures. And that works for us, that it's lightweight enough that we can have it move from city to city. But it also means we've got to do some work to get it ready to go. Corey, what have we done so far?
Yeah, absolutely. So after we got the trailer moved in here, basically we immediately went to work and just basically ripped this thing down to the bone. So we ripped up the flooring, we ripped out the closets, all the toiletry, plumbing, cabinets, everything. So this thing that you see now is pretty much ripped down to the bones. Basically, we're starting with a fresh slate.
Yeah, so we've removed all the sheetrock. The interior is going to get skinned with a couple different materials that will make it look more like a spaceship, because we don't do right angles in a spaceship. It's got to be curves, like a pressure vessel. So we can do that better with something other than sheetrock, and we want the sheetrock out for the sake of the weight.
A lot of the sheetrock in this manufactured home was actually adhered with glue and spray foam to keep it connected to the walls and the joists and everything, and the ceiling and the trusses and all that. And so it's been a bit of a pain to rip out. So we've really been creating quite a mess. We've collected a nice huge bucket of staples and nails that we've pulled out of all the sheetrock. And it's really, like I said, it's really going to be necessary to rip all that out, so that way we don't have such a lot of weight in this mobile home as we're going to be moving it around.
We're also going to be adding a lot of insulation. Part of, as we move this around, it's going to be in the summer and the winter, and we want to be able to keep it, hot and cold as appropriate. And so we actually just met with a guy who's going to be helping us with a bunch of spray foam insulation and really add rigidity and seal this building up really well. We're also on our second roll-off dumpster. We've created a lot of junk out of this.
Lots and lots of bags of trash.
And sheetrock and carpet and old flooring and, everything you can imagine. So this is a 22-year-old building, and considering the age and the condition that single wides are built to, it's in pretty good shape, but we do have some rot, and so there's going to be some replacement of the framing itself in just a few places. You can kind of see where I spray painted pink that there's a little bit of rot, and so we can get that fixed and then be ready for the next steps.
Yeah, just getting to basically fix any of the small details now while we have it ripped apart. Like you said, there's just a little bit of water damage here and there, but surprisingly, we got pretty lucky getting this to be the shape that it's in. And so just getting to start from the ground up, like we said, and restart over, it's really going to help the process, and we're going to really be able to do something really cool with it.
The roof of this building is just sheet metal. It's like galvanized steel. And for God knows what reason, it's only attached on the edges. So before we can do anything else in the interior, we're going to screw the roof down better to the trusses, add a bunch of insulation up underneath it, and then do a sealer over the entire roof, in part to make it more energy efficient. It'll be white and radiate heat and stuff like that, but also to seal every little possible crack. So once we get some really cool art in here, we know that it won't be water damaged or anything like that along the way.
Hey. Oh, hey.
Who's up,
Come on in. Come on in, bud.
Tox, how are you doing, man? This is Tox Murillo. Tox is one of the artists we're working with on Itinerant Immersive. Tox worked with me on Sugar High, doing some really incredible mural work there. He's also done just breathtaking murals all over Enid in Oklahoma and in Mexico, and he's a really talented guy. We're lucky to have him. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Tox Murillo. I'm really excited about this project. I can't wait to start making this building looks as a spaceship, and I think it's gonna be really fun.
Perfect, yeah, no, that's it. Yeah.
I'm removing the skin from the back of the trailer, and I'll use those pieces of metal to cover where windows used to be elsewhere. And I have a totally different plan for this back end. Have another big section of the siding patched, and getting closer to having the exterior sealed up the way we want it to, so we can start getting it looking interesting on the outside. Thank you to everybody that has watched and shared our first Itinerant Immersive build video. If you haven't, please consider sending it to somebody or posting it online. We're keeping busy.